You know what's insane? How people spend years destroying themselves with their own mouth, then act confused when their life starts reflecting it. I'm exhausted. I'm awkward. I'm behind. I always fail. I'm just not disciplined. Over and over, every day, like some sick little ritual. Then one day they wake up wondering why they hate themselves, why they procrastinate, why they panic every time life asks them to become more. Meanwhile, their identity has been rotting in the background for years. Because your brain listens to repetition, not your intentions, not your vision board, not your little "this is my year" speeches you give yourself every January before disappearing again by February. Repetition. That's what shapes identity. And some of you have spent years rehearsing weakness so consistently that your nervous system now thinks power feels unsafe. That's why confidence feels fake to you. That's why discipline feels exhausting to you. That's why change feels uncomfortable to you, because weakness became your normal. And now your identity protects it like it's survival. That's the part nobody wants to admit. You are not always fighting your circumstances. A lot of the time, you're fighting the version of yourself you keep emotionally feeding. And honestly, most people are addicted to it. They don't want freedom. They want familiar suffering. Because at least familiar suffering lets them avoid accountability. Let me tell you about Savannah. Savannah had this habit of turning every struggle into her identity. Not a situation, not a season, an identity. If she was overwhelmed for a week, suddenly she was just mentally unstable. If she failed at something once, suddenly she was not capable. If somebody hurt her, suddenly she was hard to love. Everything became permanent. Everything became personal. Every night she'd sit in her dark apartment scrolling through videos about healing, confidence, self-worth, discipline, while whispering the same poison into her own brain the entire time. I'll never change. I always ruin everything. I'm too damaged. I'm not like those people. And the crazy part? She thought she was being self-aware. No, she was conditioning herself. Because eventually, her brain stopped questioning the story. It accepted it. You could see it happening in real time. The way she hesitated before speaking. The way she apologized for existing. The way she abandoned goals halfway through because failure felt more emotionally familiar than success. That's what people don't understand. When your identity becomes built around weakness, your brain will sabotage anything that threatens that identity, including growth, including happiness, including opportunity. Because your nervous system would rather protect a familiar hell than risk becoming someone new. And if this is hitting harder than you expected, if part of you is realizing you've been rehearsing your own downfall for years, go ahead and like the video. Not because you're inspired, because you're finally honest enough to admit you've been participating in your own destruction. See, Savannah eventually realized something terrifying. Nobody was coming to interrupt the story for her. Not motivation, not manifestation, not another self-help video, not another healing era. Because the problem wasn't information. The problem was identity. Every day she kept feeding the same weak version of herself through repetition. And your brain believes what gets repeated. That's it. It does not care whether the story is healthy. It does not care whether the story is fair. It does not care whether the story is destroying you. It adapts to whatever you rehearse most consistently. So Savannah started catching it. Every lie, every self-insult, every automatic sentence designed to keep her small. I'm lazy. No, you avoid discomfort. I'm broken. No, you built an identity around pain because accountability scares you. I can't change. No, you're emotionally attached to who you've been. That's different. And once she saw it clearly, the illusion started dying. Because you cannot unknow the moment you realize your identity has been self-created through repetition. That's when the excuses stop sounding comforting. That's when your own self-talk starts sounding embarrassing. Because eventually you realize something brutal. Your life keeps matching the identity you keep defending. That's why some people stay stuck for decades. Not because they lack potential, because they refuse to stop worshiping the version of themselves that keeps suffering. So here's the solution. Pay attention to the way you speak about yourself when nobody's around. That voice matters more than your goals do, because your goals are meaningless if your identity keeps rejecting them. Stop rehearsing weakness. Stop romanticizing damage. Stop introducing yourself through your problems. Stop speaking like failure is your personality. Your brain is always listening. And right now, whether you realize it or not, you are teaching it who to become. So choose carefully, because repetition becomes identity, and identity becomes destiny. This is Savara, raw, unfiltered, brutally honest. The voice I write under when the truth doesn't need polishing. If this is the kind of content you need, it's because you don't need motivation. You need honesty. I'm not here to convince you. I'm here to make sure you stop pretending you don't see it. What you do with it is your responsibility. If you're done acting like you're powerless, subscribe to Her Savage Energy, the shadow side of Dream with Intent. No pep talks, no emotional padding, just clarity and consequences. You already know what to do.